Hello and welcome to the first episode of AFW. I am your host, your moderator, Mr. Down the Middle, the Commissioner, Dylan Gilbert. With me are my two friends, the head honchos of their respective brands. I'm going to kick it over to the Daredevil himself. Dave, introduce yourself.
I am your friend, your hero, your My House Sports Gear sponsored athlete, your king of the downvote, the Retromania Wrestling superstar, or the Virgil, whatever one you want to call me. The Daredevil himself, Dave Dahl. I'm also the head of AFW Breakdown, and I am bringing a hell of a show for the first inaugural episode. Finally, we got everything squared away with everybody. We're all in good, and we can get this thing going for you people out there in YouTube land and podcast land and wherever land you may be from, because AFW is for everybody.
Just like Wu-Tang, we're for the children.
They had a video game. It was very violent.
Yeah. Jerry El Presidente, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, sir?
It is I, the head of the Carnage brand, El Presidente, the major brawler, the major dad. I had a bunch of other nicknames. I forgot them. We'll get to them more next week.
Hey, it's week one. We got to start somewhere.
It's week one. We'll start with just 3 nicknames. How about that? We'll build up.
It's the same spiel I give every event I'm on, so I kind of have it memorized.
You wait. I'm going to write up a Nick Gage style intro for myself next week. So
you should just get what's his name from the Facebook group to do it.
Yo. Okay. Joey Hudson. Let's see. Let's message Joey here in just a second. Okay.
Shout out to Joey Hudson.
Shout out to Joey Hudson.
Man,
okay.
Just
but anyways,
write it up.
Carnage brand here. I've got a great show lined up for everybody, and I'm excited to finally get this out. We took some time. We took some time to get everybody healthy, to get everybody situated. It doesn't matter if it's a hospital stay or if it's a hurricane. We are dedicated to this, and we are back and ready to go. So
you had a hospital stay. He had a hurricane. I'm pointing the wrong way because my screen's backwards. Whatever. He had a hurricane. I had a damn tornado.
Well, your tornado came from the hurricane that hit me. So I mean, Ida went for 2/3 of AFW, and we're still kicking.
Dude, that stuff was weird. We were going down the basement. I was looking at the front door. A friggin' tree limb spinning like this, and it looked like it was trying to attack the car that stopped, so it didn't get hit. And I'm like,
yeah,
this is nuts.
I believe it.
Oh, it was scary.
But Shane Helms himself could not keep the AFW down. We are here, hurricane or no hurricane.
Hey, he's on my roster. Boys? He did not cause this. Don't blame my roster member for your problems.
That sounds like an HR problem right there. Roster. You need to.
I stick up for my roster.
Yeah, it's an HR issue.
HR, it's also a work environment.
No.
All right, boys. So week one, we have to decide who is opening this show up. What better way to do it than the way we've decided first for everything? We're going to do the coin flip. But before we can do the coin flip, I'm thinking of a number 1 to 20. Dave, take it away. Guess the number.
13.
Ooh, that's unlucky. Jared. 13. Lucky number 7.
It was 13. Dave was on the money.
On the money.
Dylan's a spooky guy, and it's the start of spooky season because it's September. So I was like, all right, we'll go with 13 today.
All right. So
I suck at coin flips. I lost the last one, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So here we go. Heads or tails?
Let me see. Let's see what Rocco says real quick.
Ooh, now before you do this, remember, I'm undefeated on coin tosses.
Yeah, but we never got Zan Brand's review of the house show. So
yeah, I'll ping him. We'll try to see if he's got time to do that.
It's only 4 matches.
Yeah.
4 matches that are an hour long, which what should this be too? But yeah. I doubt that.
I don't know if he saw that it went up, maybe. So I'll have to ping him.
Rocco says heads because he has a big head.
All right, here we go. The streak has ended.
Oh,
Heads
Oh.
it is.
Nike.
All right,
Schnoogans.
Dave, are you picking to go first, or are you going to defer?
I'm going to defer so I can wake everybody back up from Jerry's delivery.
Okay.
Harsh words
Mister,
out of the
I like to
gate
read
here.
along.
Well, I mean, it's. I think you're just being considerate of everybody because they know they can turn it off after I get done. So.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I mean, I pretty much, sure everybody fell asleep during that Mount Rushmore tag match.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was
And
terrible.
Hogan must pose, brother.
Make sure you restart your music too.
Okay.
All right. Our shows are going to consist of 11 segments with a max time limit of 30 minutes. I will have the timer going.
Oh, he's got an official timer.
I've got an official timer. I am the smart mark of this pod. Let's get this going. Jerry, let me know when you're ready, sir.
La, 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 la. Red River. Okay, we're good to go.
Oh God!
You
Please
warm
don't
up
say
your-
that.
Timer is
whatever your voice.
starting.
A little.
Timer starts now.
It's time for innovation. It's time for a revolution. It's time for Carnage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our debut episode of Carnage. As announced earlier this week, we're going to see Eddie Guerrero taking on Bret Hart here later tonight. But first, it's a production error in the truck because they can't find his music.
Week 1, folks. Week 1.
It's week 1. See?
Excuses.
Why can I not find Ric Flair's music on Spotify? Anyways, Ric Flair comes out.
You could literally just went, woo!
Woo!
It's also Sproxuthura.
Why can I not find his music on Spotify? I don't know.
Yeah, just look up also Sproxuthura.
This is all on the clock, boy.
That's fine.
Yep. 28 minutes, 18 seconds.
It's fine. This is production value, folks. How do I have O'Hare and Genrex music, but I can't find Flair's?
You can't even draft them. There's no deletes of them.
Throwing my phone down. All right. Well, this is the only time I need it for now. Whatever. Okay. So, Ric Flair's music hits. He comes down to the ring. Woo! I want to thank you for giving us this chance here tonight. Without you fans, we wouldn't have been able to begin this journey. Without you fans and your support, we wouldn't be able to bring you the best wrestling on the planet. And so for that, I thank you. Flair puts his hands together and bows down to each side of the arena and to the crowd. With that out of the way, we got some business to address here tonight. In 4 weeks, we'll be having our first pay-per-view, and I'm here to announce that it will be Genesis. Now, at Genesis, we will have one hell of a main event. It will be the Absolute Carnage match. The rules for Absolute Carnage are simple. We start off with 2 men inside the ring. Every 60 seconds, another competitor comes down until all 10 entrants are in the match. At any time, you can be eliminated by pinfall, by submission, or by throwing your opponent over the top rope. And at the end of the night, the last of those 10 competitors standing will be crowned the first Carnage World Heavyweight Champion. Flair takes out and unveils the most beautiful belt that you've ever seen in your life. The Carnage World Heavyweight Championship. Ooh! Kind of lets the crowd look at it for a second. Hulk Hogan comes down to the ring. That's great, dude. But let me tell you something, brother. Flair, you know, and I know that at the end of the night, Hulkamania is going to run wild on the Carnage roster. And it'll be me standing tall with that championship. All the little Hulkamaniacs know that it's time to take their vitamins, say their prayers, and root for the Hulkster, brother. Because what you gonna do? I don't have his music either. Well, okay. I went through here earlier, I swear, and like his I can find real easy though. I'll tell you that much.
Download them and put them in YouTube music on a playlist like I
I'm
did.
gonna have to.
25 minutes, 18
We
seconds.
will get this.
Opening seg, 15
Week
minutes.
1, baby. Week 1.
Macho Man Randy Savage comes down to the ring. Hulk, brother, it sounds like you're counting those chickens just a little too fast, brother, because you forgot about the cream of the crop. You forgot that to get to that title, you're going to have to go through me. And it's been a long time since we fought, but I think you remember that I'm not so easy to get past, brother. They start getting closer and closer, start getting in each other's faces. Stone Cold Steve Austin comes down the ring. As far as I'm concerned, you two can beat the hell out of each other right now and make it real easy for me at Genesis. Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't give a damn about the cream of the crops. He doesn't give a damn about the little Hulkamaniacs. All I care about is coming out here, stomping a mud hole in some son of a bitch, walking it dry, and then taking that belt home with me. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold...
Yes, man. What the Rock is cooking.
Rock comes out and gets inside the ring. He goes to speak, but Flair raises his hand and cuts him off. Rock, before you say anything, I want the fans to take just one moment and take this in. Never before in the history of wrestling has there been a moment where we've had this many world championships represented here in one ring at one time. The fans stand up in appreciation and give a standing ovation for the moment that they're about to witness. Rock says, you know, Rick, that's pretty cool. I know you've got a few championships. Steve, I know that I beat you for a few. And I think these two old-timers had a few before I was born. Macho Man bows up and goes over to him, but Flair cuts him off. Now, it seems like we're all going to be going after that beautiful belt. But since that's not for a few weeks, and I'm not busy later in the night, so Commissioner Flair, how about for your first official act, you make a little tag team match for later? How about me and Stone Cold Steve Austin here versus Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage? Flair thinks about it for a second, and he goes, you know, Rock, that sounds like a main event idea. So later tonight, there'll be Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage on one side versus Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock in the other corner. The crowd goes crazy thinking of the match they're about to see. Stone Cold stares down The Rock, and Macho and Hulk seem to be arguing each other. Can these two teams work together? We cut to a commercial break. Seg 2.
21 minutes, 52 seconds.
Hopefully I'm okay. We'll see. Bret Hart comes out to the ring as he's ready for his first match here on the Carnage brand and his opponent. Eddie's music hits and he comes down the ring. Ding, ding, ding. Great back and forth action here to start out. Bret and Eddie are both showing each other that they won't be back down or intimidated by each other's reputations. Eddie hits a drop kick. Brett springs up and hits a drop kick of his own. Eddie goes down. Brett charges and clotheslines him over the top rope now. Eddie is livid on the outside as he tries to figure out how he's going to beat the Hitman as we cut to commercial break. Seg 3. We come back, and Eddie and Brett are still fighting here. They're back in the ring now. Brett slings Eddie off the ropes and catches him, slamming him down into a backbreaker. Eddie's in pain as he slides down the ring and grabs a steel chair. He slides it back into the ring and then follows it back in. Brett runs over and fights with Eddie over the steel chair. The referee goes over and tries to take away this foreign object. Eddie drops the chair and shoves Brett back. Brett goes flying back into the referee. The referee's down. Brett goes to check on the referee. Eddie runs over and grabs the steel chair. He looks over at Brett. He looks down at the steel chair. Brett turns around, and Eddie just throws the chair to him. Brett catches it. Now Eddie falls down. The referee starts to get up and looks over at Eddie. Eddie's laying down. Brett's got the steel chair. The referee calls for the bell. What just happened? Bret Hart's disqualified. Because the referee has just seen that Eddie Guerrero is laid out by that steel chair. Brett is livid. He is beside himself over what has just happened. Eddie Guerrero has just cheated his way to the first official victory here on the Carnage brand. We now cut to backstage. Ric Flair is in his office, and we hear a knock at the door. Elias comes in, and he goes, "Mr. Flair, please, I'm coming to you here for an opportunity. I'm coming to you just looking for one shot. Just let me prove to you that I'm the kind of guy you want here on Carnage." And Flair goes, "You know what, Elias? I'll give you one chance tonight. Head on out to the ring because your match is up next." Elias smiles and he runs on out of the room as we cut to commercial break. Seg 4. Elias is waiting in the ring. He's jumping back and forth. He is ready to make the most of this opportunity as we await for his opponent. Let's see Ultimate Warrior. He runs down to the ring. Elias doesn't know what to think. Ding, ding, ding. The Warrior slams into Elias, and Elias bounces down. Now the Warrior runs off the ropes and hits a huge shoulder tackle. Elias stumbles back up to his feet. Warrior with a clothesline. Elias bumps and gets back up. Warrior now with another clothesline. Elias now down, but the Warrior goes over and picks up his lifeless body. He lifts him over his head really high. Gorilla press slam. Warrior now off the ropes again and gives Elias a big jumping splash. 1, 2, 3. Ultimate Warrior wins and celebrates as we cut to commercial break. Seg 5. This is where it gets fun. Firefly Funhouse music hits, and we open to Bray Wyatt standing there inside this beautiful little living room. And Bray goes, "Hey, kids, guess what time it is? That's right. It's time for Uncle Bray to brighten everyone's Thursday night. You see, I've been thinking a lot lately. This is a new place. So what do I do here? Where do I fit in? I know you've thought about that a lot as you all started school. So let me tell you what helped me. I asked him, what should I do? And this new place with all these new people, it can be scary. But he's scarier. And he told me that he would make it all right. So very, very, very soon, he will make it all right. All we have to do is let him in." As we fade to commercial. Seg 6. Edge's music hits. Edge and Christian come down to the ring. Edge gets on the microphone. What's up, Carnage Universe? Christian and I are here tonight to let everyone know that we are here to do what we do best. We've done it together for years, and then we did it on our own, but now that we're back together here in Carnage, it can only mean bad things for everybody else back there. We were world champions apart, so can you imagine what we can do now that E and C are back together? And then just then, the lights go out. When they come back on, two masked men are standing in the ring holding steel chairs. Edge and Christian are both down. The masked men walk around the ring a little bit, letting the crowd soak in the moment that they're witnessing here. Before slowly, the masked men reach up and take off their masks to reveal it's Matt Cardona, it's Brian Myers. They take the chairs to Edge and Christian a few more times before leaving them laying and walking out of the ring as we cut to commercial break. Seg 7. We come back to backstage where Mean Gene Okerlund is caught up to Matt Cardona and Brian Myers. Mean Gene goes, "Gentlemen, you just attacked Edge and Christian. What was the meaning of that?" Matt goes, "Gene, Edge made a career off of Brian and I. We were the ones who took the beatings, and we were the ones who kept him on top. And then, when he was done and ready to move on, he just walked away and left us. Brian got fired, and I had to basically redefine how to get yourself over by doing things no one had ever thought of doing before. He never cared about us. No. End of the day, he only cared about himself." And then Brian goes, "You see, Gene, Edge and Christian took advantage of us. So what we did was send a little message that those tricks won't fly on the Carnage brand. What worked against an old man like The Undertaker won't work against a new generation of superstars like myself and Matt." And Matt goes, "So Edge, Christian, watch your backs because this is just the beginning." Strong words from Matt Cardona and Brian Myers. We cut to the ring as our next competitor is making his way out.
13 minutes, 44 seconds.
Sharks out there trying to take a bite of
Kama Mustafa makes the Supreme Fighting Machine makes his way down to the ring for our next contest as we cut to commercial break. Seg 8. Y'all gonna like this. Seg 8. Kama is waiting in his ring in the ring for his opponent. His opponent's music hits.
Stop.
I got the music right this time. How about that? The right song. Come on, everybody. See?
Pop for
Orange
me.
Cassidy's music hits. Orange comes down to the ring as he's ready for this next contest. Ding, ding. Our next matchup is underway. Kama and Orange walk to the center of the ring. Kama puts his hands up in that fighting motion. He's ready for a fight here tonight. Orange puts his hands up into the air, slides them back down into the pockets. And then Orange looks him in the eye and kicks him in the shins. Kama looks down and shrugs like, "What is this?" Orange kicks him in the shin again. Kama throws his hands out to the side. Orange now with a third kick to the shins. Kama looks around like he can't believe this guy is just laying these little kicks in. Orange now backs up and shuffles forward. Leg kick at him. Kama now goes for a clothesline, but Orange ducks. Orange off the ropes and hits a drop kick to Kama Mustafa. Kama Mustafa now goes flying through the middle of the ropes to the outside. Orange now bounces off the ropes. Kama back to his feet on the outside. Suicide dive from Orange Cassidy with his hand still in his pockets. How impressive is that? Kama's now slow to his feet, and Orange is waiting on him to get back up. He sends him back into the ring and follows him back in. Kama now reaches up and gives Orange a huge uppercut. Orange stumbles back over to the corner. Kama now charges Orange and levels him with a clothesline. Kama now with a thunderous roar out. He is now in control of this match. He's now sizing up Orange for that 1-2 knockout combo win. What? Bray Wyatt comes out. He's waving at Kama. Hi, Kama. Hi, Kama. Kama looks at him and is really confused as to why Bray Wyatt has just come out. He yells at Bray to leave. And then when Kama turns around, Orange Cassidy's back up. Excuse me. Orange punch. Kama goes down. Orange with a quick cover. 1, 2, 3. Orange Cassidy has defeated Kama, the supreme fighting machine. Orange Cassidy celebrates as we cut to commercial break. It's now time for our main event. Seg 9.
10 minutes, 19 seconds.
Yeah, I got this. Our first competitor.
Yes, man. What the Rock is cooking.
The Rock's music hits, and he comes out into the ring and poses. And now his tag team partner. Stone Cold's music hits. He eyes The Rock as he gets in the ring. And their opponents. Macho Man's music hits, and he comes down to the ring, and his tag team partner. That's not it. What are they doing in the truck, brother? I don't know. The suspense is killing everyone. And me, because I can't find it. There it is. Okay.
8 minutes, 50 seconds.
Hulk Hogan music hits, and he slowly makes his way down to the ring as we cut to commercial break. Seg 10. We come back to all 4 men in the ring. If wrestling had a Mount Rushmore, these are likely the 4 men that you'd have on it. The referee gets us down to Macho and The Rock, and he calls for the bell. Ding-a-ding. We are underway. The crowd is on its feet to see what's going to happen. Rock and Macho Man meet in the middle of the ring and look around to take in this moment. Macho reaches back and goes for a left hand, but The Rock blocks it and catches him with a strong right of his own. These 2 men now trading blows in the center of the ring. The Rock now hits a right hand that sends Macho Man down. Macho Man now back up, and The Rock sends him off the ropes. Macho Man goes for a clothesline, but The Rock ducks and then hits him with a spinning elbow. Austin now on the apron and once in. The Rock runs over and tags him. Austin in and rushes over to push Hogan off the apron to the floor. He now goes back over to Macho Man and starts laying in several lefts and rights as the referee looks to regain control of this match as we cut to commercial break. Seg 11. We come back to Austin, continuing his beating on Macho Man. Macho Man attempts to fight back, but a series of quick tags from Austin and The Rock seem to stop any momentum that Macho Man can get. For as much distrust as Austin and seem to have for The Rock, they are working pretty well together for a tag team. Rock now, legal man. Rock goes to pick up Macho Man and slams him down very hard to the mat. The Rock now stands over top of Macho Man and slowly peels off that elbow pad and tosses it into the crowd. The Rock bounces off the ropes, bounces off the other side of the ropes, and goes for the people's elbow. The Macho Man moves. The Rock is down and goes to reach for Austin. Macho Man reaches over and makes that dive. Excuse me. And tags in Hulk Hogan, gives him that hot tag. Hogan now in, and he levels The Rock. Austin comes rushing in, and Hogan clotheslines him down. Hogan now in charge. Rock back up, and Hogan points to him. You! Rock charges in, and Hogan gives him another clothesline. Austin back up, and hits a thunderous blow to the back of Hulk Hogan. Hogan goes down. Rock slow to get up. Macho Man back to his feet as well. Austin turns around, and Macho Man rakes him in the eyes. Rock now over to Austin to make sure that he's okay. Austin grabs Rock and gives him a Stone Cold Stunner. I don't think he knew who it was. Austin back to his feet, and Macho Man clotheslines him to the outside. Hogan now back up. He bounces off the ropes and leg drop to the Rock. Hogan goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Hogan and Macho Man win. Austin glares at the Rock. Did Austin do it on purpose or was it an accident? Hogan and Macho Man pose in the ring as we go off the air.
5 minutes and change to spare. Fantastic job of abiding by the rules. I think we've got a hot start for the Carnage brand.
Episode
Let me
1.
take a brief pause for the cause to pay the bills to our sponsors. Coming next week to the AFW network. AFW vs. Scam, featuring special guest Nick Gage. Tune in Thursday, 6 o'clock. AFW network. And we're back.
I hope you paid for that Nick Gage spot because we can't afford that.
100%. Look, man, I'm gang affiliated. All I
That
have to
don't
do is
mean-
call in a favor to the leader of the gang. It's
I don't think you're
MDK
that
all day.
affiliated.
It's MDK all day. Look, we've got connections. I'm part of a group. All right, Dave. See you stretching out, getting ready.
If only I had ropes to crack my back, that would be good. But I don't have a ring in my basement.
You'll just have to settle for the chair.
I don't think it would do it. It leans back too far. Ooh, crack my chest though. Sternum pop.
All right. Breakdown 11 segments. 30
11
minutes.
seconds. I got 11 seconds to do 11
You've
segments.
got 11 seconds. I'm not down the middle anymore. It's
Oh,
30-minute max time.
wait, were the masked men on your roster before this event?
Yeah, they were confirmed.
Oh, yes.
They were confirmed. That's why
Were they your secret picks?
There were 2 secret picks. We've got 2 fantastic secret picks. Look, we bend the knee to the boys of FWF. We know where we came from.
Way to blow your load a little early there.
PG, brother, PG.
Storytelling, brother. It's a storytelling.
A payload like dynamite,
Yeah.
Get your mind out the gutter there, Mister Down the Middle.
Look, man, I got to make sure AWF is AFW. Gosh, it's been a long wrestling week. AFW is for the children.
Are we ready for breakdown?
Yes, sir.
The Superior brand.
Timer starts in 3, 2, 1.
Wrestling action figures needed an alternative. They needed a new era. They needed a change. Ladies and gentlemen, AFW is that change. Welcome to AFW Breakdown!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever edition of AFW Breakdown. This is Daredevil Dave Dahl bringing you all the action. And tonight is the first ever edition, and we have so much action-packed action for you right now for Action Figure Wrestling Breakdown. So let's take it to the ring, where we are joined by the general manager, Paul Ellering. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Breakdown. I am your GM, the man in charge, Mr. Paul Ellering. And first things first, we gotta let you know just who we are. So I'm gonna want to call out right now the first ever and only ever AFW Breakdown Tag Team Champions, the Legion of Doom. Hawk and Ed will make their way down to the ring wearing those beautiful white strapped AFW Breakdown Tag Team Championship titles when they are joining Mr. Ellering in there, and Ellering says, "See, we gave these men the tag team titles to begin with because they have been up and down the roads with me. They've earned them. AFW may be a new company, but these men don't need to earn them here. They've already earned them everywhere else. So, with that being said, I want you to all stand up and applaud your AFW Breakdown Tag Team Champions of the World, the Legion of Doom. And the fans are standing. They're not really liking it because they just were handed the titles. And all of a sudden you hear, and out comes from the tunnel, Dusty Rhodes. And Dusty comes out, and he's just shaking his head in disgust at Ellering and Legion of Doom in the ring, just hanging his head low. And he grabs a mic, and he starts to talk, and he says, "You see here, baby, this isn't how we do it in the old school. See, Mr. Ellering, you just can't hand people titles and say they are champions. Champions prove themselves in that ring. Champions make people want to see them, whether it's to get booed or to get cheered. And you listen here, baby. You know I have earned everything I've ever gotten. Everything I've ever had. The NWA World Championship. My baby, I've earned. But you're just going to hand these boys the tag team championships. Not on my watch. I have a problem with that. And I will handle that problem in due time. So, Mr. Ellering and Legion of Doom, I hope you're ready for some hard times. Because they're coming." Dusty Music plays. And he heads out of the building with LOD and Paul Ellering looking in the ring like, what is this guy talking about? We can do whatever we want. Ellering, you're in charge. They just look disgusted by Dusty calling him out like that. And they start exiting the ring as we fade to commercial break.
25 minutes, 30 seconds.
Really? I went that long on that?
Yeah.
Called on the fly. Not always the greatest thing in the world, huh? And we go back to the entranceway for Seg 2. And out comes Big Daddy Cool Diesel, making his way to the ring for the first match in Breakdown history. As you all know, the Clique was drafted to Breakdown brand, and his opponent. Did I not move his music? I thought I did. I did.
Baby.
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
From Metropolis, the Hurricane. Hurricane making his way down the ring. Now, this is not a fair matchup at all. Hurricane gets in the ring, goes to lock up with Diesel. Diesel just throws him off like, come on, little man. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Hurricane comes charging down, gives him a big forearm. Diesel no-sells it. Hurricane looking dejected. One more time, he runs off the rope. Oh, and he eats a big boot. Big boot by Diesel. Hurricane's just down. Diesel's like, I ain't playing. Grabs him by the back of his head, puts him in between his legs, sets him up, puts that big old fist up. Jackknife, powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Here's your winner. Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Diesel celebrating as we fade back to commercial break. And now we are going to your next matchup. Coming to the ring from Cameron, North Carolina, accompanied by his brother, Matt Hardy, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Now, if you remember a few weeks ago at the house show, Jeff Hardy took Darby Allin off a ladder into a barbed wire pit with a twist of fate. Who is he wrestling here tonight? And what does he have planned for him? We shall find out. And his opponent from Miami, Florida, the bad guy, Razor Ramon. Razor comes walking out. His tag team partner Diesel had just gotten a decisive victory over the Hurricane, and Diesel's just looking cocky and confident doing his walk down to the ring. And we're ready to start the match. Ring the bell. Ding, ding, ding. Jeff Hardy goes right after Razor. Razor takes a big forearm and gets pushed back to the corner. Jeff comes in with a splash. Razor sells out, picks the legs, groin drop kick, goes for the jackknife cover. 1, 2, Razor with a big kick out. Jeff tries to stay on the offense. Razor just kind of powers him away, gives him a big clothesline, taking his head off, and starts his attack. And he keeps laying it in to Jeff Hardy. And Jeff gets whipped off the ropes, cuts the clothesline, goes for a crossbody. Razor catches him and gives him the big fall-away slam, which sends Jeff into the corner. Razor then goes into that corner, gives him a nice big chop, and Matt Hardy gets up on the apron, and he's like, "What do you think you're doing? You can't be doing that to my brother. This is not cool. Razor, you're not a bad guy. You're not nothing." And Razor getting real angry, looking at him. Jeff comes right at Razor. Razor moves, hits Matt Hardy, turns around, eats a toe kick, goes for the jackknife or the Razor's edge, takes him up, but Jeff squirms out of it and drop kicks Razor in the back, and Razor goes awkwardly through the ropes as we fade to commercial break. We come back, and Jeff is back on the attack, having taken some offense on the outside during commercial with his patent guardrail run clothesline. Back in the ring, the ref is telling Jeff to get Razor out of the corner as he was delivering the 10 punches. Jeff backs him up. He singles to his brother, "Give me something. Give me something." Matt goes over and slides in a steel chair while Razor's still selling in the corner. He sets it up. He goes to run. Goes off the chair. Hits poetry in motion. Razor goes down. Cover. 1, 2. Big kick out by Razor. Jeff then moves the chair over, setting it up for something else. The ref's like, "No, you can't do it. You can't do it." Jeff has Razor positioned with his head kind of over the chair, runs off the ropes. Razor just holds him into the chair, bounces his head off, takes him in. Razor's edge. Bam. 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner. If I reset the music, Razor Ramon. Razor showing the effects of that match, but kind of shrugging it off. Matt Hardy's shaking his head like, "Oh, come on, we had the perfect plan." Razor exits the ring, and we cut to commercial break.
19 minutes even.
Okay. Seg 5. We join Mr. Ellering and LOD in Mr. Ellering's office. And Mr. Ellering starts saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, we need to crown a world heavyweight champion here for AFW Breakdown. We need to do it in a most exciting way. So we're going to hold 3 triple threat matches in the next 3 weeks, starting next week. And we will crown the first ever heavyweight champion at the first pay-per-view. AFW Breakdown presents Lockdown." So with that being said, everybody is eligible for these 3 matches, and the first one will be next week, and it will be HBK Shawn Michaels versus Darby Allin versus The Undertaker in that triple threat match. Fans are cheering. Don't think Ellering would get a cheer for that, but oh, what a match that could be. And then Ellering says to the fans, just remember, AFW breakdowns for the people, and we will give you exactly what you want. And we fade to commercial break. Segment 6. We come back and we hear the music. And here comes The Undertaker out on his motorcycle. Does his ride around the ring. Gets up into the ring. Grabs a mic. And he says, I've been to many yards. And I've made them all mine. But here's a new one for me to play in. But who am I going to play with? Who am I going to destroy and claim this yard is mine? Well, who? So I'm issuing an open challenge right now to anyone on the AFW Breakdown roster to try to come and take this yard from me as I'm claiming it. So, with that being said, who has the stones to stand up to the Undertaker? And we hear the music. He was just announced as part of that three-way for next week. And he's coming to the ring in a hurry. He doesn't have a skateboard. And he comes running in. The music cuts. He starts going right after the Undertaker. The ref slides in, rings the bell. He's hitting the Undertaker, punches, trying to catch him off guard. Darby just letting into him, runs off the rope, jumps backwards with the coffin splash, but gets caught. Taker throws him down. Darby comes right back at him like a pit bull and tries to gnaw at his leg. Taker's like, what are you doing? Gives him a big club to the back, and Darby's down selling. And we cut to commercial break. Come back, seg 7. Darby is still down. Taker's just beating him, but Darby is not giving up the fight. Taker's just looking like, come on, kid. Quit. Stay down. Give up. Don't be a glutton for punishment. Just lay down. Just lay down. And he's getting frustrated and more frustrated. Taker whips him off the ropes. Darby comes back with a big forearm. Bang. Hits again. Big forearm. Comes back. Coffin splash into him. Knocks Taker out of the ring. Taker starting to lose it out there. Kicking stuff. Throwing a temper. Darby comes running through. Suicide dive on the Taker into the guardrail. Darby solid and getting everybody to get up. Come on, everybody. Everybody's behind Darby, and Darby's like, goes to grab Taker. Taker just throws him in the guardrail. Undertaker is now furious, and the ref is counting. He's already at a count of 5, and Taker's just pounding on Darby on the outside as his back is against the guardrail. 7, 8. Taker's still just letting it in. 9, 10. The ref calls for the bell. It's a double count out. Taker turns around and looks at the ref like, you gotta be kidding me. This kid was beat. I would never lose or draw with this kid. He grabs Darby, puts him in between his legs, picks him up. Last ride. Darby's back. It lands on that guardrail. How could Darby continue on after that? How can he make it to next week's triple threat match to try to win his way into the title picture? I mean, he went through a pit of barbed wire already, and now last ride on the guardrail? What? How is he going to survive? And Taker walks off as we fade to commercial. We come back from commercial.
Minutes.
What was it?
13 minutes, 7 seconds.
All right. We come back, and Hurricane Helms is sitting in the back, just dejected, just upset by his performance and just how much he got dominated by Diesel earlier. And he's sitting there, and he comes. You hear you hear some laughing and giggling coming up, and you see Doit the clown like, ha ha ha, ha, how you doing, friend? Why are you down? Why are you sad? It's a good day. It's a fun day. We got a new playground to play. And Hurricane's like looking at him like, what? Dude, I just got destroyed out there. I'm a superhero. My powers didn't help me. I got beat. Like, what are you doing? Doink's like, I'm having a good time. I'm making this place my circus. I'm having fun. I got my pail of water, and I'm just enjoying myself. Hurricane's like, just look at him, kind of turns his back to him, turns back over and goes, what's up with that? And then Doink slashes the water right into his face. And Doink laughs as he runs off after pranking the Hurricane. And then we get a video package coming up on the screen. Exited out of my app. Son of a monkey. And it is... Next week, Jurassic Express comes to AFW Breakdown. And we cut the commercial. We
11
come back.
minutes, 28 seconds.
We come back. Seg 9. Kenny Omega is on the screen just looking at you. His gun's pointed. And he tells the world, I, the best bout machine, has come to AFW Breakdown for one thing and one thing only, and that is to claim its World Heavyweight Championship. So I am officially entering one of these 3-man matches to crown the champion. And I will be the first ever AFW Breakdown World Heavyweight Champion. And Kenny just looks at the camera real close, and he puts the gun finger up, and he goes, bang, and walks off of the camera. And we cut to the entrance tunnel as we have the entrance of our next matchup. And on the way to the ring from Mexico City, Mexico, Penta. I guess I could just call him Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix, the Lucha Bros. Lucha Bros make their way to the ring, all hyped, getting the crowd behind them, all hyped up, ready to go. And their opponents, representing the Click and the original members of D-Generation X, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, the Game, Triple H. And Triple H, Shawn Michaels come out, crotch chopping, all like crazy, waving off the fans, ripping up signs, getting into the ring, get right in the Lucha Brothers' face. Penta hits him with the Zero, Miedo, and they start brawling. And we cut to commercial break as the brawl's happening. What an erupting, weird commercial break. Guys in the truck are like, what? Why?
9
come
minutes, 3
back.
seconds.
What is it?
9 minutes, even.
All right. We come back, and you made me lose my spot, man. And I'm not even reading it. We come back, and the two groups are still going back and forth, exchanging punches. Finally, Ray Phoenix hits a low super kick on Triple H's knee, and then delivers a nice little spike DDT right there, and Triple H rolls out. Ray Phoenix and Penta start doing some tag team moves to Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is in trouble. Finally, Triple H slides back in the ring, breaks up the two, and then finally the ref gets control of this matchup and gets 1-on-1. 1-on-1. Penta and Triple H are in the ring, and they're going at it. whip off the rope. And Triple H comes in with that big high knee to Penta. Penta's down, taking some heat. Tags in Shawn Michaels. They do an old rocker spot. Double hip toss, elbow drop. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Penta kicks out. Ray Phoenix getting the crowd behind him. Come on, Lucha Bros. Lucha Bros. And the crowd's going crazy for the Lucha Bros. Finally, Shawn Michaels picks up Penta. Penta breaks free. Enziguri. Shawn Michaels is down. Penta's down. Crawling to his partner. Shawn reaches to Triple H, tags him in. Penta tags in Ray Phoenix. Ray comes in with a big high clothesline springboard. Bang! Hits him with a leg lariat. Goes back in, sweeps out his legs, jumps up, double stomp, goes for the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Triple H. Almost forgot who was in there. Triple H is selling to the corner. Ray Phoenix is the opposite corner. Comes running. Big missile drop kick into the corner as you see it. Triple H sells out. Ray Phoenix goes to the top. Ray Phoenix is up on that top turnbuckle. And he jumps off with a big swanton. And Triple H had moved. And Triple H gets back up. Picks him up. Big spine buster. Tags back in Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels goes up. Big elbow drop off the top. 1, 2. Ray Phoenix kicks out. Penta comes in unannounced and takes out Triple H. Lays him down. And then him and Ray Phoenix start working double team, and they go for that big pile driver, whatever they call it, with the leg. Ray Phoenix has Shawn Michaels' legs. As I forgot what they called it, all right? I forgot a move name, so sue me. Ray Phoenix has him in the package pile driver. And then Ray Phoenix has his legs. They go to hit it, and they hit the move. Go for the cover. 1, 2. Triple H breaks it up. This match is falling apart, and we go to commercial break. We come back.
5 minutes, 39 seconds.
I got time. We go to commercial break. Come back. Shawn Michaels is now on the offense against Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix really needs to get out of this match, but he just can't do it. They keep cutting it off. Penta keeps trying to get in. The ref keeps backing him off. Finally, Penta takes the other way, gets down off the apron, goes and grabs Triple H off the thing, throws him into the steps. Triple H is down and out. Phoenix breaks away from Shawn Michaels, hits a big enziguri. Bam! Penta comes in, big super kick. Boom, Shawn Michaels is down. Ray Phoenix goes up to the top. The ref is fighting with Penta to get out of the ring. Get out. You need to get out of here. I'm going to disqualify you. Get out. Shawn Michaels starts selling up by this, and Ray Phoenix is like waiting for his brother to move. Out of nowhere, here comes Diesel and Razor Ramon. They push Ray Phoenix off the top. Shawn Michaels catches him with the super kick as he's falling. Covers. 1, 2, 3. Penta couldn't get there in time because Triple H grabbed his leg. Your winners. Gotta stop putting my phone down. Here's your winners. HBK Shawn Michaels and Triple H. D-Generation X. Penta's now in the ring, checking on his brother. And the Clique starts laying into him. The Clique just starts beating them both down. Just laying the boots. It's not looking good for Penta and Ray Phoenix. But all of a sudden you hear, and here comes Rey Mysterio running out to the ring with a chair. Slides in, chasing off all the Clique. Helping his fellow Lucha brothers. And he's helping them. And he gets up on the mic and he says, "Listen here, vatos. You want to attack my familia? My Lucha family? Well, I don't take too lightly to that, and I will make sure We, the Lucha Kings, take out the click. So can you handle that, Esse? And Rey Mysterio's music continues to play, and the fans are cheering, and we have just seen the birth of the Lucha King as we fade to black.
Two minutes and 40 seconds to spare. What a first week for both brands.
Mine was better.
Hey, look, man, I'm down the middle. I thought they were both great.
This, I'm
One
just
of them
showing
was.
this because I can. This is my notes. It's one page, broken down into segments. Right here, right on the side over here. Oh, right here. That's your 11 segments. So these are just bulletin points. All the the in-ring action, off the top of my damn head. Only way to do it. And I don't know why I picked him up for his promo, but I had to.
Hey, man, we've got some folks watching on YouTube. Action Figure Wrestling Pod on YouTube. You know, you got to give them a little visual element. That's why I'm sitting here looking like an idiot while you guys are, you know,
Kenny
booking your
Omega versus
shows and
Lord Zed.
throwing two sweets and bangs and rock eyebrows. You know, got a little bit of something for
visual.
the folks watching.
It was
So,
a good first show. The Lucha
yeah.
Kings, Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Rey Phoenix. I don't know. I don't know how many times I'm gonna mix up Rey Phoenix and Rey Mysterio, but it's bound to happen.
Hey, week one.
I've thought about that before.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Ray, not that Ray, the other Ray.
What about Dusty Rhodes
Ray and
calling
Ray,
out?
stare down.
Dusty Rhodes calling out Paul Ellering for just handing the belts to.
Feel like we got our fill of the storyline, baby.
Yeah, my impression sucked, but oh well.
That's the
I
road.
tried.
You better American Dream. That's the road.
Yeah, I can't do the
road.
list. I could do the baby part, but I can't do the whole list the whole time because then I just sound weird, and I started talking
That's
like
kinda-
Cartman almost. As I was like, "Hello,
Hey, you
guys!
guys.
Hey, you guys, give me my cheeseburgers. Daddy came up,
Hey, you guys. I'm fighting for the championship. Bear Kitty.
Respect my sauce tie."
Oh, how quickly things devolve.
Oh man, that's what happens here in the AW. Yeah, see now I'm messing up the list.
AFW.
AFW.
See, you got all chippy with me. All right, boys. I think we just passed the hour 3-minute mark. I think successful week one. So stay tuned to our YouTube channel, Action Figure Wrestling Pod. Stay tuned to wherever you find your podcasts. Action Figure Wrestling Pod, AFW.
Follow us on Twitter.
We are here. Follow us on Twitter. We'll get an Instagram up at some point. We might even do a TikTok. Who knows? Give us your money one way, shape, or form. Add dollars. So for myself, the Commissioner, Dylan Gilbert, Daredevil Dave Dahl, and El Presidente Jerry Cook, goodbye and good night for week one of Action Figure Wrestling.